Truth Seekers. Welcome in or welcome back to the Third Flame Tarot. My name is Amber. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really glad that you're here. This reading is going to be for the sign of Cancer. Now, Cancer people are born June 21st through July 22nd. They are a cardinal water sign. Now, the cardinals are known as the pioneers of the zodiac. Cancer sits in the 4th house, which is all about family and home life. Cancers are loving, nurturing, motherly, and very nostalgic. Cancers are happiest when they have a happy and harmonious home life. Now, sometimes they can be a little bit crabby, pun intended, but Cancers will be there for you when you need them the most. They are very reliable, dependable friends and partners. Now, Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon is all about intuition and the deep subconscious. And Cancers have a very profound intuition. They've got what I call a BS radar that nobody else has really got quite like Cancer. They can tell when somebody has ulterior motives and they will call it out. I love that about Cancer. Cancer's symbol is the crab. And that's very fitting because Cancers tend to put on a tough shell, kind of like Taurus, but on the inside they are soft and squishy. So some colors associated with Cancer are going to be white and silver. And I put on my white clothes today. I've got my moonstone ring. I've got my silver earrings to help me channel the beautiful, flowy Cancer energy. Now, some body parts associated with Cancer are the stomach, the brain, and the breasts. So thank you so much for tuning in today, Cancer. I cannot wait to get into this reading with you. Now, a common theme over the last few days in my readings has been the Four of Swords, which is all about relaxation, recuperation, retreat from chaos, and meditation. It can also symbolize the dreaming state. So the Four of Swords has been pretty strong in the collective energy, which is interesting because that's quite the drop from the high intensity Mars in Aries, sextile Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. That energy was, wow, firecrackers. It was intense. So this is definitely a low, slow energy. And I can see it reflecting in the world around me. Things are just kind of moving a bit slower. My singing bowl was lower toned again today. And yeah, something cool that happened. I ordered a new Oracle deck, and it's called the Oracle of the Mushrooms. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to use this deck on YouTube because there is a lot of nudity in it, but here is one of the cards, and it's just so pretty. What a pretty deck. I think if I do use it, I'm gonna have to just be selective with the cards that I can show to the camera because there is a lot of nudity in it. But so this deck came in the mail today, and the seller put in a little mystery bag for me, and inside the mystery bag was a bookmark, 2 crystals, which were quartz and amethyst, and also this little tiny card that says pause, which I thought was uncanny given the Four of Swords energy that we've been getting in the collective the last few readings. Pause is just very fitting. I know last night too, in the Taurus new moon, I did get the Eight of Wands in reverse, which is all about slowing down, pausing, and it pairs very well with the Four of Swords energy. So to get this little card that says pause was just uncanny. So yeah, Cancer, let's get into your reading. Cancer. Spirit guides, angels, allies, ascended masters, beings of the purest divine white light. I call upon you to enter this space, to create an energy field around myself, my home, the land, the animals, and my viewers. Please guard against any negative, seen or unseen forces, and allow me to be a clear and concise channel to deliver the messages for the greatest and highest good of all beings. I pray that no harm is done and all of the messages reach their intended destinations. I thank and honor you for your divine wisdom and knowledge. Amen. Cancer, 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 Cancer reading. I feel like I need to spin this. We're looking to get some messages for the sign of Cancer, please, Spirit. We are open and ready for receiving. We're looking for some messages for the sign of Cancer, please, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Cancer, please, Spirit. I hear you, Spirit. I hear you. Spirit is telling me to start with a different deck. I'm just going to finish shuffling these and then I'm going to pick up the other deck. One more shuffle. Okay, Spirit. We'll start with these. We're looking for messages for the sign of Cancer. Two more shuffles. Two more shuffles. One more shuffle. We're looking for messages, please, for the sign of Cancer. Five of Wands. We got this for the Gemini reading as the first card. The moon is in Gemini right now. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. That's definitely Cancer energy. Mothering, nurturing energy. And then we've got Temperance. The Five of Wands is all about conflict, competition, strife, jealousy. And on this card, it's not anything like the traditional Rider-Waite. This card, if you look, has got two people and they're arm wrestling, but they're smiling while they do it. And then behind them is this big black shadow figure. And this came out in Gemini's reading, and it was the first time I pulled this card out of this deck. This is a newer deck for me as well. And it really tripped me up for a while because Traditionally, the Five of Wands is a card of conflict and arguing. But in this card, they're smiling and there's the black figure behind them, which feels a lot like denial. Gemini's reading was very much themed around denial of your feelings and emotions, toxic optimism, ignoring the problem, right? And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, if you look really closely, you can see there's a face in the mountain. Right here. And there seems to be maybe a waterfall coming out of it, which is interesting because today, before I started the reading, I noticed on my table that I have fire energy, earth energy, air, but no water. So I went ahead and brought in this little dish of water to help me channel the Cancer energy. And while I was meditating, I clearly got release resistance in my mind, like a flowing river, you know? There are rocks and sticks and obstacles in the river, but the water just flows around it. It just flows with it, always headed for the ocean. I'm getting a bit of that energy with this card. You know, the Pentacles is earth energy. It's the earthly realm. The Queen of Pentacles is very connected with nature, the earth element. She's deeply nurturing to the world around her. Very caring energy. And then the last card we got is Temperance. The Temperance is all about patience. It's about surrendering to an experience, especially an experience that involves conflict. It's about combining different energies to solve problems, balance, and commitment. Interesting. If you look on this card, you can see that the figure is holding or playing with some kind of liquid. Could this be water? The same kind of liquid that's coming out of the mouth of the Queen of Pentacles? There's definitely a similarity there. I see in both of these cards, the color scheme is the same. And then there's also a hand here in the Queen of Pentacles that's also manipulating this water or liquid stream, just like in the card of Temperance. I'm also seeing lots of trees here. I think Spirit is encouraging us to release resistance and be more like water. Release resistance to the conflicts. You know, don't harbor any anger. I just heard silent treatment. I don't know what that means, but I heard it in my head. Silent treatment. Okay, Spirit, thank you so much for these beautiful messages. Can you tell us more about the Five of Wands, please, Spirit? Why is the Five of Wands here for Cancer? Why is the thank you. The moon. The moon is Cancer's planet. The moon is in Gemini right now. And we just got done with a new moon yesterday, a new moon in Taurus. And in the new moon in Taurus reading, we got the full moon. The moon symbolizes secrets or the subconscious. The moon also illuminates the darkness of the night. The moon is Cancer's planet. Okay, Spirit, thank you so much for bringing us the moon. Why else is the Five of Wands here? That's too many cards. Why else is the Five of Wands here, please? Thank you. The Devil. We've got the Devil. In this card, you can see there are two figures facing away from each other at the bottom of the card. They are chained, tethered to this negative energy. In the center, it also looks to me right here like there's a broken heart. With the moon and the devil as an answer for the Five of Wands, this feels like there are hidden emotions and feelings around some kind of conflict with a partner. That's what it looks like to me. Like there is tension, but nobody's talking about it kind of feeling. Spirit, why did the devil come out with the moon? Why is the devil and the moon here, please? Why is the devil and the moon here? Why is the devil and the moon here, please? Thank you. Death in reverse. Resistance. Resistance to an ending or change. Could be a resistance to whatever conflict this has, a resistance to face it and to talk about it and bring it up. A resistance to end this, like, it's like static energy, right? When you're in a conflict with someone, but nobody's willing to talk about it, or one person is afraid to talk about it because they're worried about how the other person's going to react. So nobody says anything. And that energy is like TV static in your home. It's just like this fuzzy energy static that causes confusion. And the energy will persist until it is resolved. But it looks like there's a resistance to resolving that. Nobody really wants to talk about it. Can you tell me more, Spirit? Why did death just come out in reverse? That wanted to pop out. Why did death come out? Okay. Wow, we got this card last night in the same position. You saw me spin these cards. I spun them. That is internal happiness. And then we've got the Hermit in reverse. This is an unwanted loneliness. It's an unwelcome loneliness, turning your focus inward, but not by choice. Yeah. Whatever this Five of Wands energy is, it's making you question what really makes you happy. Okay. Spirit, can you tell us more about the Queen of Pentacles? Why did the Queen of Pentacles come for Cancer's reading? Why is the Queen of Pentacles here, please? Why is the Queen of Pentacles? Thank you. Here. The Emperor in the reverse. And the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah. you're questioning your situation, you're questioning your relationship with this person, but you're definitely not willing to give up on anything yet. You're willing to try again, but you're viewing the other person as immature. And you're afraid to bring anything up because you don't want to disturb whatever peace you have. You're afraid of the conflict. And so there's this persistent static energy within the home and relationship. But, you know, I don't know what your home life is like, but I can tell you the longer you resist talking about your feelings, the harder it's going to get. And the more it'll simmer inside of you. You know, you'll hold this little bit of resistance inside of you. Or I don't want to use animosity because that's a strong word, but it feels like your love meter is like always below empty or below full, right? It'll always feel like your love meter is just before full, you know, under full. And you got to talk this stuff out. And the best way to do that is to start the conversation off with, I love you. You're my best friend. I really want to work this out with you. Can we talk about things? And if they come back with resistance or anger or any kind of negative emotion when you start off a conversation like that, yeah, that kind of situation makes you question what really makes you happy. What's going to make you happy? Okay, Spirit, can you tell me about Temperance, please? Why is Temperance here? Okay, we've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. The Five of Swords in the upright is all about winning at all costs. It is a battle energy. It's, again, conflict, strife, competition, and it's a verbal argument is how I read this. In the reverse, this to me feels like this has already happened, it's in the past, but the energy still lingers. Tell me about Temperance, please. Why is Temperance here? Thank you. The Nine of Swords, yeah. That's worried, sad, upset, confused, lack of sleep, nightmares, sorrow. In the reverse, it feels, again, to me like there's a lot of different ways that I like to read reversals, but one way I read reversals is by past energy, and this definitely feels like there was definitely a conflict that occurred. It's still in your energy. It hasn't been completely resolved. You're not willing to give up. You want to try again. You want to resolve this conflict, but you're unsure of how to approach the situation. And with the Queen of Pentacles, you're trying to be grounded and patient, but there's still this part of you that's unresolved, and you want this to be fixed. But you just don't know how to approach it. Spirit, can you tell us more about Cancer, please, and this conflict? Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles here and the Cancer reading, that is definitely motherly energy. So it feels to me like either you are a mother or you're a very nurturing father. Temperance. Yeah, temperance, solving problems, right? You want to solve this problem. You do. You've got the right idea. But, you know, you're going to have to approach this with as much love in your heart as you can and try really hard not to get angry. And if the other person gets angry, just be like, I'll try again later. You know, we'll keep trying until you can approach this without getting defensive or angry. You know, when you're in those kind of situations, it's like a part of you gives up after a while. You don't even want to like stand up for yourself or stir the pot, rock the boat. You don't want to do any of that. So then you just stay quiet, right? And that's not good. That energy will simmer within you and it'll cause health problems and anxiety and Nine of Swords energy. Like if you hold on to those emotions and feelings, yeah, that's gonna do bad things to your energetic health. Well, first it'll affect your energetic health, but your energetic health will in turn affect your physical 3D health in your body and your mind. Spirit, can you tell us more about the Five of Wands, please? Can you tell us more about the Five of Wands? Tell us more about the Five of Wands. What kind of advice can you give? Thank you. Okay, focus. That's a reappearing card in my readings for like the last few weeks. Focus on. Focus on. Thank you, Spirit. Message. Okay. Anything else? Focus on. Oh, that wanted to fly out. Divinity. Message of divinity. Anything else, please, Spirit? No, Spirit says that's it for this deck. Focus on the message of divinity. Okay, number 33, message. Let's read. I actually haven't read this little booklet yet. Message. A letter, text, email, vision, dream, conversation, music, or some other form of a message is coming regarding your current situation. Be open to receiving it. Meditate on this symbol to draw a message from your ancestors and guides to you at this time. The symbol is the lunar moth. Remember? Cancer's planet is the moon. Lunar moth. Moths symbolically are known for delivering messages, and the size of the moth can indicate the impact of the message. So this is a big message. Focus on message of divinity. Maybe this is the big message that Spirit is talking about right here, right now. That you are divine, that you are a divine being. And that you have the power and strength. Let's read about divinity. Number 20. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. You are divine. That's the message. It says, you are divine. And this message comes with a warning and a blessing. Drawing this card invites you to proceed with love over fear. Exactly. That's exactly what I've been talking about. You've been ignoring this and letting it simmer because you're afraid of what kind of reaction you're going to get if you speak your mind. And you can't live like that. Just start it off with, I love you. You're my best friend. I really want this to work. I'm not ready to give up. That's the Eight of Cups energy. The Eight of Cups is trying again, not ready to end, not ready to walk away. You want to try. You want to make this better. Divinity. You are divine, and this message comes with a warning and a blessing. Drawing this card invites you to proceed with love over fear. No matter what your situation or relation, proceed only from a place of unconditional love, reverence, and understanding. Exactly. Life is filled with choices. Make sure they are ones that respect all involved, including yourself. Meditate on this symbol when you want to connect with the unseen elemental beings for support. Call upon your spirit guides, your spirit animals. I just saw an owl in my mind. And a wolf. Connect with the unseen elemental beings for support. The symbol is the heptagram. The 7-pointed fairy star, or heptagram, is used as a symbol in modern magic. It has several names, including fairy star and elven star, used to represent the world of the fairies. It is believed that this star is as important as the number 7 is in various spiritual traditions in the world. It can also provide a bridge or portal to the Fae and the elemental kingdom of magic. It is not to be used recklessly or carelessly. Divinity, you are divine. Drawing this card invites you to proceed with love over fear. Love over fear, yes. Message, big message. Focus. Focus on this message. Let's read Focus. Focus is number 24. If you have been feeling scattered, now is the time to home in on your desires. Time to be direct and very clear with your intentions. Watch your thoughts because you are drawing into your life what you are focusing on. Meditate on this card when you want clarity and directness in thought and speech. Right. So Spirit is saying, take a day or two, think about exactly what you want to say, maybe get a journal and write down everything you want to say, and think it over before you approach the situation. It says, If you have been feeling scattered, now is the time to home in on your desires. Time to be direct and very clear with your intentions. Watch your thoughts because you are drawing into your life what you are focusing on. Meditate on this card when you want clarity and directness in thought and speech. Sometimes when there's a conflict, like the Five of Swords or the Five of Wands, I know for me personally, in the moment, I stutter my words, I can't express myself, I feel overwhelmed. And by going away and going into the Hermit, like we got the Hermit here, unwanted Hermit, right? Like you're deep in thought, you're thinking about this. It was an unwelcomed hermit mode, but a hermit mode nonetheless, which means you're deep in thought, you're thinking about this, and write all that stuff down. Write down everything you want to say, everything you feel in your heart. And if you approach somebody with love and kindness and just sincerity, and they reject you or are cruel in return, I'm sorry. It sucks to love somebody that's like that. It's hard. It's really, 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 really hard. But sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself and them is to walk away. I know it's super hard, and you're not there. With the Eight of Cups in the reverse, you want to try again. You want to try one more time. But if this is recurring and you're constantly put in this position where you can't express yourself in a loving way for fear of repercussion, that is not a healthy relationship. I'm sorry, it sucks. I hate that. It sucks. It really does. And with the Devil here, I mean, we got the Devil, which is like two people tethered. It's unhealthy relationship dynamics. I mean, and if you are going to stay, you have to make peace with the fact that it will never change. You can't expect somebody to change. You can't expect somebody to be any different tomorrow than they were yesterday. You just can't. Unfortunately, you're going to have to, if you're going to stay, you're going to have to make peace with this is the way it is. You're never going to be able to fully express yourself. Your love cup is always going to feel below full. It's never going to feel full and overflowing. And if that's okay with you, then, hopefully you can work through your emotions and, become stronger because of it. But I know me personally, I couldn't. I'd rather be alone. But everybody's on their own path, and it's up to you to listen to your own intuition to decide what you want to do. But Spirit is definitely giving the advice of, focus on what you want to say and express yourself. Let's get another card. Let's get a card from this deck. Spirit, do we have any more messages for the sign of Cancer? Yeah, you're very loving and nurturing energy. Try to tap into that when you're, approaching this conflict. Do we have a message from this deck for the sign of Cancer, please, Spirit? Messages for the sign of Cancer, please, Spirit? Moon. We got the moon again. The moon. Look. That's you, Cancer. We got the moon twice. Look. Look. Oh, you're such a loving energy. I can feel your energy. You are so loving. You pour your heart into people. And you feel like it's just, sometimes it's not reciprocated. Moon. The moon. The moon is intuitive, reflective, soulful, and introspective. It connects to the subconscious and the unconscious psyche. Emotional security is a driving force. It is both a nurturer and child. The moon rules Cancer and the 4th house. The bright side is intuition, reflection, introspection, emotion, sensitivity, and depth. That's what I was saying. You are so sensitive. You're such a nurturing energy. So full of love. You just pour yourself into people. So it's like even more heartbreaking when that love is disrespected or not appreciated. It's really, really hard when you're a deeply sensitive person like this. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the moon for you. Yeah. The shadow side of the moon is insecurity, uncontrolled emotions, fear. And remember, we got this card here, which is remember that you are divine and approach things without fear. Fear and destructive imagination. The moon. Oh, precious Cancer. Okay. Let's get one card from this deck, and then I want to get one other card from the Blind Spot Oracle. We're just pulling from all the decks. Whoa, I just put that together. Pulling from all the decks. On the Temperance card down here, it says combining different energies to solve problems. Whoa. Yeah, I'm feeling that energy. I'm wanting to like pull from every deck to help solve this problem. Any messages from this deck, please, for the sign of Cancer? Any messages? Whoa, okay. Water. We've got the moon twice and water. Look, if this is your story, Spirit wants you to go within yourself and find that warrior within you, the one without fear. Use that beautiful, loving, nurturing energy that you have for others and make sure you're giving it to yourself too. Yes, be like water and flow like a river. But when water has to, it will become a rapid, a powerful force. Water is known for being deeply emotional and sensitive, but it's also one of the most powerful elements on the planet. It covers the majority of the planet. There is more water on this planet than there is Earth. It is a powerful element, and I feel like water signs sometimes forget their power. But you are deeply powerful and very intuitive. Look. That's you. Wow. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much for this beautiful message. Thank you for this clarification. Thank you for this confirmation. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Message, divinity. Message, divinity. This is a divine message from Source. If this is your story, you know. You know what Spirit's trying to say here. I want to pull one more card from the Blind Spot Oracle. Spirit, can we get one more message for the beautiful sign of Cancer? Combining different energies to solve problems. Yes, please, Spirit. We are combining lots of energies to try and solve the problem. Can you give us one more message for the sign of Cancer, please? One more shuffle. Wow, I just put it together in my mind too. This little pause card came in the mail with my new oracle deck, and we've got the Hermit in reverse here, which is an unwanted pause. Yeah. Sometimes we don't know what things mean in the moment. And then if we're patient and we use temperance, we understand later down the road. There's a reason why you're going through this. There's a reason. Spirit's got a plan. Spirit always has a plan. And that plan always involves your own expansion, your own growth. Always. Always. It's hard to see that in the moment, but it's true. Last shuffle, please, Spirit. Whoa, that was a crazy shuffle. One final message, please, for the sign of Cancer. Number 74. We've got sigil number 74. If you have drawn this sigil, you are doing something you hate in order to get something you need, want, or like. You are approaching things with a means to an end attitude. Though this makes sense, it is a contradiction and therefore makes it very hard to feel good about getting what you need, want, or like. And in many cases, makes it impossible to actually get what you need, want, or like. Like, you may be pacifying your partner by being silent, and in turn that you end up with a semblance of peace, but it's not true. Just like I said, like there will always be that static energy that needs clearing. You've got to speak your mind in the most loving way possible. I want you to imagine a person in a company wanting to climb the corporate ladder. Chances are they will try to come up with a strategy to achieve that goal of getting what they want. That strategy is carried out with a means to an end attitude, doing things we don't like and don't want to do in order to get what we want. When we are approaching getting what we want in a way where the ends justify the means, what we do is bulldoze the parts of ourselves that don't want to and don't enjoy doing something. We play a zero-sum game with those parts within ourselves. Most of us will find ourselves in scenarios like this at some point. But imagine if every day your life was lived this way, where the majority of the time you were doing something you didn't like and didn't want to do in order to get something you wanted. Here are some examples of the things we do when we approach the world with this attitude. We volunteer to do something we hate just to get the praise we crave from someone. We work a job that we hate in order to get the money. We don't follow our dreams, but we stick close to home with one of our parents and live our lives the way they want us to live it, so we can get a sense of approval from them. We spend years in college studying something we don't even have a passion for, so we can have credibility and accolades. We quit our job and become a stay-at-home parent so that we can see ourselves as a good person. Or the opposite. We want to be a stay-at-home mom, but we get a job instead so we can get societal esteem. We stay in a relationship that is abusive in order to get security. That feels like that resonates with this reading. We stay in a relationship that is abusive in order to get security. The questions to ask yourself are, what do I really want? What am I currently doing in order to get what I want? What are the ways that I'm doing what I don't want to do in order to get what I do want? There is no way to have a happy life if you are living this way. People simply choose to settle in this way because they have been taught to believe that this is what everyone does and that there is no other option. It is a reality that some people are in more difficult positions than others in terms of getting out of this strategy. This is especially true if we learned when we are little that doing what we don't want to do was the correct strategy to use in order to get what we wanted. But difficult position aside, it must be understood that in order to have a happy life, everyone must strive to have a life where the strategy taken to getting what you want is different from doing something you don't like and don't want to do to get it. Another potential, if you have drawn this sigil, is that we are being warned that the means we are using to justify the ends may not actually justify the ends at all. We may in fact be hurting ourselves and others in order to get what we need, want, and like. For example, if a director wants to take over another country, if a dictator wants to take over another country, it is inevitable that many of his own countrymen will die. He has decided that the means, people dying, justify the ends, possessing a bigger empire. If this sigil has appeared, chances are that the means really do not justify the ends. If you have drawn this sigil, you are being called to change your strategy. This sigil is reminding you that to have a happy life, you need to do whatever you possibly can to find enjoyable means to get to the ends you want. If you want a happy life, you've got to love not only getting what you want, but also getting what you do. If you want a happy life, you've got to love not only getting what you want, but also what you do in order to get what you want. I'm going to read that again. If you want a happy life, you've got to love not only getting what you want, but also what you do in order to get what you want. All right, Cancer, I hope this helped you. If this is your story, my heart goes out to you. I love you. Stay true to yourself, that beautiful Cancer, water, moon. You're such a powerful, powerful, beautiful water sign, and you really deserve to have the best life. You really do. And I certainly hope that your person is receptive, and that you can have a good chat and work this out and get back to a harmonious state. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I would love to hear from you. So take care. Namaste.